Everyone, Luke here. Hope you're doing well. This is probably one of the most important videos I've ever made, for sure. And this has been a long time coming. Okay, been a long time coming. So, part of this video is a response to Lewis's video. Okay, and it's going to be very similar to that video in a lot of ways. Okay, so I agree with. First of all, I just want to say I agree with most of what Lewis has said. Okay, there have been problems with Dr. Wilson's guidance for some time. Okay, and I've experienced it myself, and it's really come to a head, especially for me, Lewis, and other practitioners, with this whole criminal thing. Okay, where we're being told that clients that I know personally, okay, good Christian people, I'm being told that they're criminals, and that we can't work with them. Okay, so first of all, I know they're not criminals. Okay. And second of all, I'm not sure if that's the best decision to not work with criminals. Okay. I mean, you can go to Dr. Wilson's website, right? And you can read about how he talks about on his website that imbalances can cause criminality. Okay. And, things like being iron toxic will cause anger. Being cadmium toxic will cause problems. And we can see, you can even read about it on his website. And so, is it the best decision not to be helping criminals? Because I do think that healing people does tend to make them less criminal in nature in general. Is that going to be true for every case? Probably not. Well, is there such thing as criminals using the program to make themselves stronger in order to carry out their criminal activity? Probably, but I don't think it's very common. Okay? I mean, if you're healthy and full of energy and connected to God, there's going to be less incentive for you, not necessarily incentive, that's the wrong word. There's going to be less reason for you to be a criminal, right? Because if you have enough energy to make money, why do you need to steal, right? If you're healthier and you're more connected to God, you're going to know intuitively what's right or what's wrong, and you're going to be less likely to be criminal, which is harming other people, right? And so that's another problem with what's been happening with this whole sort of fiasco with us being told our clients are criminals, okay? It also seems to be happening to some of us more than others. I don't know why the reason that is, but it seems to be the case. Okay, some of these other practitioners that I've been talking to, none of their clients are criminals. Is it possible that the people that they're attracting are not criminals, and then the clients that I'm attracting are criminals? I don't know, perhaps, but I doubt it. Okay. So I just want to say, for the most part, in general, I do agree with what Lewis has been saying. Okay, and I admire Lewis's strength and his courage to come out and say it, and his conviction and his ability to do what he thinks is right and to leave Dr. Wilson. Okay, and I wanted to say that I will be leaving Dr. Wilson as well. Okay, so that's the main gist of this video, is that I've made that decision. Is it for the same exact reasons as Lewis? No, it's not. Okay, so it's important to know some differences in me and Lewis. Both, we don't have exactly similar personalities. Part of it is cultural. I'm from America. Lewis is from England. Part of it is also, soul level or whatever. You have to realize that from my understanding, a lot of Lewis's income does come from being a practitioner. Less of my income comes from being a practitioner. I make most of my money through investing, actually, and other things. And so the criminal thing has affected Lewis's ability to earn money much more than me. Okay, it just has. And so even when I started getting clients that were deemed criminals, it wasn't that. As far as as a business goes and being able to make money, it's not that important to me. I was just like, oh, whatever. And I just stopped trying to get clients. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get clients, if new clients I'm going to get are going to be deemed criminals, then basically just, fuck it. Okay. I'm not going to deal with this shit. Okay. I don't have the time, energy, or desire to deal with it. Okay. and that's just, that's the way it's going to be for me. Okay. And so I think it's affected Lewis a little bit more with his business and stuff like that. And for me, it's just more nonchalant. It's just like, oh, whatever, I'm done. You know what I mean? And so the reason, so part of the reason is, my clients I'm being told that they're criminals and I can't work with them, and then having to refund the money. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Okay. But for me, actually, it's more so a different reason. For me, it's just not being able to do what I want to do. Okay. I enjoy making these videos. Okay. And I want to be able to make the kind of videos that I want to make. Okay. And I want to be able to do the kind of things that I want to do. Okay. And so a big thing for me is just promoting this program and doing it in the way that I want to do it. Okay. Because I have a lot of ideas and big things that I want to do, and I want to be able to interview people that might not be on a nutritional balancing program. Okay, because to me, it's like if I'm interviewing at least like-minded people that are interested in similar subjects, and I'm bringing them to nutritional balancing, that's a net win, right? Because we're bringing more people. Okay, and I don't want to get emails from Dr. Wilson telling me that I can't interview this person or whatever. Okay. I was also told at one point that I couldn't make investing videos. Okay, if you go back to my old videos, you'll see I talk about things like cryptocurrencies, I talk about Ethereum, I talk about Bitcoin, I talk about gold, silver, I talk about other subjects besides nutritional balancing. Okay, and then I was told that I couldn't make those kind of videos on this channel, and so I had to start another channel under just my personal name called It's Just Luke Pryor, where I talk about investing. Okay, I would like to do that all under the banner of Deep Healing Space. Maybe that's not the best decision. Maybe in the future, or maybe I will keep it split for now. I don't know. But I want to do what I want to be able to do, right? Because in my mind, it's like, am I talking about all these various subjects, and people notice that I'm right a lot of the time, right? Because I've been right about a lot of the investing stuff. I told people to buy Bitcoin when it's $300. Okay, that's just the fact. Okay, now it's almost 30,000. Okay, I was right. That's just the truth. Okay, and so if I'm bringing in people from other areas, such as investing or whatever, people that talk about the dangers of vaccines, people engaged in spiritual warfare against the darkness, whatever it may be, okay? I'm bringing more people to the program in my mind. That's the way that I want to run this channel, okay? I want to be able to interview who I want to interview. I want to be able to talk about what I want to talk about. And in my mind, it's all good, because the basis of this channel will still be nutritional balancing as Larry teaches it, okay? And especially the pulling down exercise, okay? And it's important to understand that Dr. Wilson's website, in my mind, is still the most important. It's the most important website on earth, okay? It is. It has the most truth of anywhere. Okay, I would rather have access to Dr. Wilson's website than have access to the Bible. Okay, now Lewis might disagree with that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way my brain works a little bit more. And so I have nothing against Dr. Wilson. Okay, I still think that what he's created is the most powerful healing method. I don't know, in the last, maybe since there's some advanced ancient civilization. I don't know. And his website is akin to amazing knowledge, okay, that should be cherished, okay? And I do believe his website is basically the truth, okay? Now, sometimes as we become aware of the truth, it has to change. So Dr. Wilson does update his websites and things like that. And so as we become aware of the truth, we have to go back and, as Dr. Wilson becomes more aware of the truth, he has to go back and, edit old articles and things like that. But for the most part, I do believe his website is the truth. I believe Dr. Wilson is an amazing, incredible man who has helped thousands upon thousands of people get healthier and taught many, many people the truth through his website and things like that. It's just that I want to be able to, I need it. I need to be able to do what I want to do. Okay. And part of that's also promoting what Lewis is building with this app that it's basically an automated program. creator, where you enter in your hair results, and if you can't afford to work with a practitioner or whatever, it'll give you a supplement, and it'll give you basically a program, basically similar to what Endomit does, right? So as many of you know, when you send your results into Endomit, you get like the booklet, and then the booklet. I need to turn off Telegram. To win the booklet, you get the booklet, right? And it has like it has a program for you, right? It has it's different than the programs we do now. It's similar in a lot of ways, but it's also different because basically the computer they use at ARL hasn't been updated since Dr. Eck passed away, and so it's like from the 80s, I believe. And so it's not as powerful and as precise as the programs that we do now. But it is it's very similar, right? It's a computer program where ARL has your results, and then it spits out like a program for you. It has your supplement recommendations, and it also tells you about your hair analysis. So it's like, slow oxidation. These are the symptoms of slow oxidation. These are why you might be in slow oxidation. Low adrenals, low thyroid, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then it'll also give you the supplements, obviously. And so what Lewis is creating is basically that in a more updated form, right? And so from working under our advanced practitioners and working under Dr. Wilson, I've been a practitioner for about 5 years. I know what kind of programs we give people, right? And I even have the data, right? I have all my program forms. And so what Lewis has built is a new, updated, basically ARL computer, right? Where it's the same kind of premise, but it's using Dr. Wilson's new sort of updates, right? Which are very powerful, right? The most powerful being the pulling down exercise, okay? Definitely the most powerful being, that's in my opinion, Dr. Wilson's number one contribution to the program is the pulling down exercise, okay? Because as I've talked about in other videos, the pulling down exercise is as important as everything else in the program combined, in my humble opinion. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But there's been a lot of updates. Adding TMG to the programs was an update. Adding lecithin, changing some of the parameters of what we give people. The programs have gotten better and more updated due to Dr. Wilson, okay? And so I want to be able to use this. I think it's a great idea to have a sort of basic sort of app that people can use that, I don't know, for whatever reason they can't work with a practitioner. Maybe they can't afford one. Maybe they're just a do-it-yourselfer. And you can do a lot of it yourself. Is it as good as working with a practitioner? No, of course not. Do I recommend that you work with a practitioner? Yes. An experienced practitioner will always be able to guide you in different ways that an app never could, right? Because of experience and human intuition and things like that. Other projects that I would like to do that I was told that I could not do. I would like to start a lab. Okay. I would like to, start a lab. I don't know what that looks like at this point. Building my own lab, buying something like ARL and turning it into what I want to turn into. I don't know. About 3 years ago, I asked Dr. Wilson about this. He told me the guides were working with someone else to start a new lab. Here we are 3 years later, 4 years later, and I don't see any evidence of the guides working with starting a new lab. Dr. Wilson's certainly not working with a new lab besides ARL, so I don't know what happened to that. And so it's things like that. Being told what I can or cannot do is frustrating, right? Being told we can't use this app Lewis created. Being told I can't make content that I want to make. Being told that I cannot start my own lab. And I think this is also a detriment. I do believe in my hardest of hearts that if I'm doing what I want to do, I can bring more people to the program, okay? Because I understand how social media works. I understand how business works. I understand how investing works and things like that. And if I can bring more people from other walks of life and show them the power of the program and the pulling down exercise, that's a net benefit for everyone, right? Because my passion is still sharing this information. Okay. So, that's all I really wanted to say. I still love Dr. Wilson. I have nothing against the man. I think he's a beautiful soul, and will forever be in debt and gratitude towards the amazing things that he's built. This amazing program that he's done. Okay, same with Dr. Eck. Okay, but I think it is time for us to go our own way, for better or for worse. Maybe we'll learn some valuable lessons on the way. Maybe we're wrong. Okay, maybe it is best to stay with Dr. Wilson and work with whatever he's working with. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But, we have to go where our hearts tell us, and we have to make our own mistakes and follow our own intuition. And maybe someday in the future we will come back, or maybe just me. Maybe I'll come back to Dr. Wilson, and I will again come back to working under him. Okay, maybe who knows the future for sure. But for now, I think that this is the best for both of us, and I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to be able to have new interviews for you guys talking about subjects I want to talk about. I'm excited to make new content talking about what I want to talk about. And I'm excited to promote this app that Lewis is building and I'm helping him with. Because Lewis doesn't work with many children as I do. So I've been giving him the broad supplement parameters for children, which is exciting. And I think that's going to help a lot of people. I'm excited to maybe start my own lab in the coming years, or maybe, I want to test also. There's handheld devices that are coming out as technology gets better, where we might be able to have something where you can have a handheld device and you can just scan your skin or your fingernails or your hair yourself, and we can actually eliminate the need for cutting your hair and sending it to a lab. I don't know. I don't think that they're as accurate right now. I don't know if that's feasible, but I see no reason why in the coming years why we can't have some sort of system where you can analyze your own hair and have an updated program, And I see no reason why in the future we can't build upon the app that we're building and it can actually have AI or blockchain incorporated into it. I see no reason why we can't have a sort of AI smart computer that learns the symptoms that you tend to experience and combines them with our knowledge with the program, and it can help guide you on your healing journey, at least the best that it can, right? Would that ever replace a practitioner? No, of course not. But we can sure as hell get it closer and closer to being as close as humanly possible with new technology to get it to a do-it-yourself program. Now, that's what excites me about anything. What excites me is, the current form of nutritional balancing, Larry setting up every program individually, is not scalable. It's not. What excites me is sharing this program with as many people as possible through the YouTube channel, through automated healing systems, as well as, having more practitioners. That's what excites me. More than anything, I think. And I think that's what Dr. Eck was a little bit more about. And I would like, we're entering the age of Aquarius, right? And I would like to bring nutritional balancing a little bit more back to what Dr. Eck was building. What he was building with the more automated sort of systems and focusing a little bit more on the minerals and things like that. Although the more esoteric things that Dr. Wilson talks about are definitely true, like soul science and the pulling down exercise. And it'll be important to teach people that as well. But I think in general, people can relate more to mineral science. And I think that it is important to build these sort of automated systems to help as many people as possible. Okay? So with a heavy heart, that concludes the video. And I look forward to the new future of this channel. All right. Bye.